We are back for another episode. Good to see you guys. Episode 23. I think, Jalen.
We that deep into
We're
it?
that deep. All right, my
Crazy.
name is Mike.
My name's Jalen.
Let's hop into it, guys. 5 things that we would do differently. We got to go back in time. 4 years ago. 6 years ago for you. To go back in time. What would we do differently as a brand new agent? Your first 30 days, first year, first 2 years, first day. So stay tuned.
And what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to give you guys, we're going to attack it from the perspective of a life insurance agent and not an agency owner. Okay? Because
Sure.
it's different.
It's different.
It's different. So we're going to attack it from the perspective of us being extremely new into the life insurance business as a brand new agent. So let's hop right into it, man. What's the
Number
first
one, we talked about it. We said we would build a team, quote unquote, agency
earlier.
This is a touchy one for people. Because you're like, well, Mike, I don't want to build a team. I don't want to bring on agents because I've not figured it out myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I haven't learned the process yet. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, or the best one I always get is I haven't got any results yet. You know what I'm saying? Guys.
But Jalen, they when they start a new job at, like, I don't know, Dairy Queen or like a customer service job, and the job is hiring people, they say, oh, hey, friend, my job is hiring. I just started there last week. I think you should, like, they're already giving people that job new employees because they got a referral bonus going on, right? Same thing in insurance.
Yeah.
You don't need to know how to do it because you know what's going to happen? Your coach or your mentor will train that person for you.
Exactly. They'll train the person for you, build them up with you, and you also still receive the override and the commissions. So all you got to do is just bring them into the opportunity, right? Like, guys, I want you guys to understand something. If you guys get 1 to 2 other agents to come into the business with you, you're making an additional, if they're really good, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 a month, just by their production.
Right. And like, what did you want to hit your goals?
A lot faster.
If your goals make 10 grand a month, you can hit it quicker. You know why you can hit it quicker? Write this down. There, you're writing it down, sir, ma'am. Write this down. If I had more people selling insurance today, as in me and 100 other people, wouldn't I have more income?
Right.
Rather than me and myself selling insurance today by myself.
Yeah. And you know, the biggest thing that what held me back from the longest time from not wanting to build a lot earlier was because I didn't have enough belief, right? Enough belief in the business, right? I was one of those people as well, said, you know, hey, coach, I really don't got enough experience. I don't have enough results yet. Nobody wants to follow me yet, right? And I believe that wholeheartedly. But one thing that I wish I would have done a lot better at the beginning is increase my belief a lot sooner, right? Because one thing about this business, guys, is that we don't need faith in the business because scripture says, you know, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We see people in the business having a lot of results.
A lot.
Like, I'll walk into the business. The reason why I got into the business is because there's thousands of people making millions of dollars in this life insurance business. But the beautiful thing about it is I do need faith that I can do it, and faith that, you know, God will give me the skill set to be able to allow for this business to work out for me. So one thing that I'll always suggest, guys, is make sure you increase your belief a lot faster and a lot sooner, because I promise you there's somebody who's looking for this opportunity the same way you were looking for a new opportunity. And it's our job as life insurance agents and as agency owners and builders, right, to make sure if an opportunity works for us, to share it with somebody else to help put their family on and put their family in a better position.
Also, when you're looking to build a team, you want to make sure you're producing as an agent as well, leading from the front. And when you bring on other people to join with you, don't just bring on anyone. Bring on people that actually have a like-minded, that actually have an alignment with you as well. Because you building a team, I'm sure you do not want to sell insurance forever.
Yeah.
This is your exit strategy. This is your 5, 10, 15-year plan to quote unquote retire as an insurance agent.
Exactly. And if you do it well, by year 5, year 10, you will have a lot of passive income and residuals to be able to help you retire a lot faster and a lot sooner. You don't need 30 years in this business to retire.
Exactly.
You can literally do it in 10 if you do it correctly. Number 2, which is something that I always dread. Medicare.
Yeah.
Medicare.
Only because me and you are both doing final expense sales, which means
Yeah.
that we're helping clients between the ages of 50 to 85.
Correct.
Doing it face-to-face for over 2 years. And remember, we're new as agents. And most of those clients, a lot of them, about 80% of them were Medicare eligible clients as well.
Exactly.
Because we just did not know that product, we were not cross-selling.
Exactly. So cross-sell opportunities with Medicare for final expense, or if you're starting Medicare, cross-selling final expense, is literally like a dynamic duo,
Yeah,
right?
they go
like
hand in hand.
It's extremely important that you guys do that. If you are in the final expense arena, make sure you have your health license so you can be able to cross-sell Medicare to start building the residual income with your current book of business.
But they should start with one master for 3 months, right? Maybe 6
Yeah,
months?
start with one, master it, right? And then start tapping into the Medicare as well during like the AEP, OEP. Is not something that you want to be focused on doing year round, but during the times where AEP and OEP are prevalent, that's when you want to really lock in on Medicare at that time, especially doing face-to-face sales or even over-the-phone sales to be able to cross-sell your current book of business for final expense.
Because the Medicare side of the business is the passive income.
Yeah.
Final expense, life insurance sales to make money to actually help you pay for your bills. Now, the health insurance side is how you retire, residual income. For example, 100 Medicare clients will put you at about $2,500 a month in residual income. 400 clients Medicare, that's 10 grand a month coming in every single month, no matter what.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep those clients in your book of business, keep them happy, keep them enrolled into the same policy every year, or a better policy the next year, and you're all good to go. So for us, we're enrolling like 200, 300, 350 final expense clients our first year. Same thing our second year, and we probably could have enrolled another 300 to 400 Medicare clients, which probably would have put us in a nice little spot. We probably would have our toes in Turks and Caicos right now more often because the residual income would be coming in a lot more. The most frustrating thing as a life insurance agent is selling every single year because you need to. It's waking up every single Monday and wow, if I don't sell anything, no money comes in, which you can make a lot of money selling life insurance. I hope you put that money away to investments.
Yeah.
But if you don't sell, unfortunately, you may have some back end pays or some small residuals, but if you don't sell, it'll be hard for you to maintain any kind of lifestyle, usually.
Exactly. The two first things we just gave you guys, building a team and focusing on Medicare, this is what the great Nipsey Hussle calls mailbox money, right? It's money where you can wake up every single month knowing that you got money that's coming in on autopilot without you having to work consecutively, okay? Because you've already done the work on the front end. Now you're just monitoring it and making sure that you're making sure you're taking care of that business to keep it on the books.
And if you're watching this video right now, you're probably, hey, Mike, Jalen, I start off doing life insurance sales. I'll pick the Medicare or building a team. And maybe like your third or your 6th month in, you're already writing, 15, 20 apps a month. That's, to me, you've mastered a life insurance sale. So it's time for you to build a team or incorporate Medicare. I think either or. You're going to do both. I think either or would be great because now you can actually have residual income coming in. You're not going to actually look into having an exit strategy.
Yeah, great point. And I'm going to leave you guys with this one when it comes to these particular two topics is make sure you're just focusing on one product at first when you first get started. You don't want to try to come in and cross-sell Medicare, right? Like Mike said, you want to come in, focus on one thing, focus on the final expense, focus on the life insurance, get really good at that. okay, for probably like your first 90 days. And then once you start getting comfortable with the process, then you can start adding on the Medicare and cross-selling, because they're two different processes to learn, and it can kind of slow your process down because you're learning too much and too many different systems at one time.
Exactly. So number 3, find a mentor. Find a mentor. Real quick, if you're watching this video, we help agents here build teams in Medicare as well. So you guys are probably wondering, where can I get this Medicare information? Contact us. All right. So number 3, find a mentor. Once again, we could be your mentor if it's alignment, it's a good fit, you're disciplined, strong work ethic, and you're coachable. But find a mentor early in your career. Something that me and Jalen, you wish did your first year.
Yeah, I did.
Luckily, you put me onto your mentor when I first started. So I had a mentor from the jump, which has helped me to accelerate towards my goals a lot easier. But for you, your first year,
it was pretty challenging.
Yeah, you didn't have
I didn't have a mentor or coach. So guys, here's the important reason of having a mentor. Your mentor and coach's job, guys, I want you guys to write this down, is to help you get you to your goals a lot faster than what he did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like every mentor's job and number one goal is to help you get you to where you want to go a lot faster than what he did. When I first started the business, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a coach who can really help me get me to where I want to go. Yeah. It wasn't until my second year I found my coach and my mentor who could pour into me on a spiritual level, on a physical level, tell me, hey, go to the gym, go work out, right? On an emotional level, making sure he could coach me through everything that I was going through properly, right? Yeah. Here's the beautiful thing about that. He helped me accomplish my goals a lot faster than if I were trying to do it by myself, right? So a mentor's job, guys, is to literally assist you. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. Your mentor is going to tell you to do things that you don't want to do. Yeah. That's not going to make any sense to you. Yeah. He's going to tell you that, hey, drive 2 hours to Cincinnati and go knock on doors and buy leads. It's not going to make any sense to you, but it's not supposed to at first, because he knows something or she knows something that you do not know. Yeah. And because they have this information, they can supply it to you and you can be able to go out there and do it. Now, if you don't do it, hey,
it's up to you.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
But your mentor has already been through it. Your coach has already been through it. So there needs to be a level of trust that you have with that person so you can be able to listen to exactly what they're telling you to do and go out there and accomplish your goals. Okay?
Yeah, I love that. You know, like folks, when they go to a workout in the gym, as a new person in the gym, they find a coach, they find a personal trainer, and that's how they get more fit. In insurance, your goal when you start out is to find a coach or a mentor to get more results quicker. Like it's the same thing. So no difference here, guys. So number 4 will be get on a consistent lead flow.
That's a good one.
Get on a consistent lead flow or get on consistent prospecting clients. That could be social media, word of mouth, events, seminars. Yeah. But today we're going to talk more about consistent lead flow. Scary money makes no money. And this is the biggest thing that agents are very, very hesitant about in the beginning. And we were both there too.
Right.
But we're telling you guys, right now, if you're new, you're less than a year into the business, get on a consistent lead flow every single week. No matter what, every week you're buying leads.
Every week. And you got to make sure you commit to it too.
Yeah.
Like there was one point in time when me and Mike was in the bit when we first started, we didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like our mentor said, hey, make sure you buy leads. Make sure you buy this amount of leads. This is how much is going to come out your account. And every Friday, best believe, that money was hitting. And it made us go out and work a lot harder on Monday. Like we were in profit on Monday because we wanted to make sure we got all our money back before our next
Next billing cycle. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's extremely important that you guys commit to it as well. Commit to a budget, making sure how much every single week you want to be able to spend and afford on a week basis, because it's only going to make you better.
Yeah, because in the beginning, we were really just trying to 1 foot in, 1 foot out the whole lead thing, not too sure we want to actually buy it or not. We were buying it, but not as much.
Right.
We weren't really listening to our coach. But once we did and got on consistent lead flow, the businesses took off.
Took off completely.
Because you being a new agent, you need that repetition. Mm-hmm. The only way to get better in this business is repetition. Mm-hmm. And you need more people to practice on, you need more people to talk to. So getting consistent lead flow from the beginning is one thing that I wish I would have done, because the business would have been a lot easier for me in the beginning.
Yeah. And now I will say this, the lead expenses is going to be by far your most expensive bill that you have as a life insurance agent.
Yeah.
Okay. But I would rather spend a lot of money on leads to have interested prospects than go out there and door knock all day without having any leads at all.
Facts.
It literally speeds up your progression and speed up your time to be able to help you present more because you have interested prospects. Okay. So yeah, you can do the social media, you can do everything, you can go out there and do the cold door knocking. It all works, okay? But in this business, you either have a lot of time and very little money, or you have a lot of money and very little time.
Correct.
When I first started, I didn't have any money. So I guess what? I did have to go out there and do the cold door knocking for a little bit of time. I did have to go out there and do some prospecting when it comes to senior homes, because I didn't have the money. But my goal was to get results as fast as possible. Exactly. So I would go out there and I'll do cold door knocks in a neighborhood. I'll go out there and do the senior homes to be able to get 1 to 2 sales. If I can get 1 or 2 sales, it's game on. I just want to make $1,000 and then I'm going to reinvest all that money back into my leads. I'm not going to look at that and be like, oh man, I just made $1,000 just off cold door knocking. That's great numbers.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to use that to continue prospecting and working my business, because time is always money. I want to make sure I'm being as efficient as I can. Okay. So those are some ways that you guys can be able to help. Those are some ways that can help you increase your sales in this business. You got anything else for Mike?
Number 5. There's a 5th one, Jalen.
Fifth one.
There's a 5th one. Yes, it's a 5th one.
It's a bonus one.
A bonus one. All right. Last one. Activity.
Okay.
Activity. That's one thing that, if we had to go back in time, once again, what we do differently is activity. Mm-hmm. A lot of agents in the beginning, some do put a lot of activity in. And it's amazing. They see great results. But some are very, very slow to rip the Band-Aid off. Mm-hmm. They want to get better over a longer period of time. I always tell newer agents now, let's get better now so we can enjoy the success and the glory days of this business quicker. Mm-hmm. So activity, guys, is key. So if your mentor is telling you, hey, make these dials, make these door knocks, work these hours, in the beginning, I would do that. Now, I'm a little biased. I would say you should probably want to do the business full time. But if you are doing it part time, you need to put in more activity if you really want the business to work. Mm-hmm. Like, make this business a non-negotiable, because it's not a hobby.
Yeah, if you're part-time, you definitely got to make sure your routine is spectacular.
Yeah.
Like, if you say you're going to work at a certain time, make sure you work at that certain time, because the goal is to be able to transition into a full-time. So you got to make sure your schedule is immaculate and you're following that thing to a T, right? Now, before we close out, I do want to leave you guys with something. Do not confuse movement, okay, with progress, okay? Don't confuse movement with progress. I see happening all the time with agents where they will be trying to learn all about the products, okay? They're spending a lot of times on company and carrier calls. They're spending a lot of time calling their coaches and their mentors. Yeah. They're spending a lot of time trying to just do nothing. Yeah. Guys, you want to save that stuff for non-producing activity hours. Yeah. Right? You want to save all that activity for when you're done working, or before you start working. But when it comes to your producing hours, you want to be locked in on selling, income producing activity. How can I get as many presentations as I can in as fast as possible? Okay? So make sure that just because you guys got a training call going on, you got carrier calls going on, okay? That is not income producing activities, okay? Can it help you with your business? Absolutely.
Sure can.
But the best way for a new agent to get better is by locking in and focusing on the work and presenting. That's the best way for you to get better, okay?
Cool. With that being said, guys, reach out to us on Instagram at TRUU Wealth, Mike Cortain on Instagram.
Jalen Talley.
With that being said, have an amazing day. See you guys on our next episode.